This is what it is. I mean, this is what lawyers do. They change from black to white and white to black, and when the lawyer is finished with it, your head is spinning because he's done, shifted so many times.
Oh, but they can't fool the American people.
Oh,
I mean, we know what good behavior is. We know what bad behavior is. Breaking the law, I mean, these guys are hired to enforce the law, and they just break the law, and they think nothing about breaking the law.
But in your courtrooms in America today, if you ever read the oath of office that all lawyers swear to in a court, it's like God talking to Jesus. But no lawyers ever follow the oath of office that they swear to tell the truth, not to mislead the jury.
Honor the Constitution.
Honor the Constitution and honor people. They're there for one reason, and one is if they have to murder, they get the murder back in the street.
But when they violate it,
and there's no, in every courtroom in the state of Florida, there's a sign above the judge's head. It says, "We who labor here seek only the truth." Right. Yet the only person in that courtroom who's not required to swear to tell the truth are lawyers. They do 95% of the testimony in the courtroom, in the talking.
That's
and if
illegal.
you find a lawyer,
that's illegal.
Exactly. But if you find a lawyer that lied in your case, and you take it you tell the judge says, I'm not able to make a judgment here. You take it to the Florida bar, they dismiss it. I mean, 98 in the state of Florida, for example, last year there were more than 10,000 citizens that had enough nerve after they were ripped off and kicked around and abused, that they had enough guts to at least write a complaint to the Florida bar and explain how they've been ripped off and what the lawyer done to them. And this is all kinds of things they've done to them. Stolen money out of trust accounts, blackmail, lying, cheating, sexual harassment, you name it, they've done it. And last year, because the Fox guards the hen house, 9,700 of the 10,000 British are told to go home, you got no probable cause, the lawyer didn't rip you off after all. There are two kinds of lawyers in every courthouse. One that knows the law, the other knows the judge.
Now these committees that are on these judicial review committees for the judges and committees for the lawyers, they're supposed to be made up 50% citizens. Are they in the state of Florida?
Never.
Well, they are in Connecticut.
Well,
but who finds the citizens?
There you are. That's exactly. Stalin used to say something that was very important. He said, "It's not who votes that counts; it's who counts the votes that really matters." It's not who votes that counts, but who counts the votes, and that's the people. And this is exactly what you got in your courthouse. You've got exactly, these people are there. They're there to protect their own turf, and they're not going to let their buddies down. And they're going to be there covering their own thing to make sure everybody, it's all CYA. All right across the board, CYA. I've been to the chief judge, I've reported things, I've done all through the system, and the chief judge would just roll his eyes and say, well, I'm only one person, I can only do a certain amount, my powers are really limited. I'd like to say that I could do this, but I really can't do that. And that's the whole system. So you don't have the checks and balances, and these people are totally unaccountable. Totally unaccountable. It's the same thing when complaints against judges. Again, of the I think there's what 7,000 complaints. 7,000 complaints last year against complaints against judges.
Nationwide.
99% dismissal rate. So you go
99.
Yeah,
it's a joke. And it's higher.
And it's a joke. But
so I interviewed a bunch of interesting reformists. One of them is Elena Sassower. Ever hear of her?
Yes.
And she goes, it's really about the corrupt decision.
Oh yeah.
That they don't, they say that, oh, we're just not happy with the decision.
Right.
But the fact is that we want reviewed the fact that it's a corrupt decision.
Yeah.
And that you shouldn't bring in this concept of merit relatedness, because the same laws they expect us to abide by, oh, they're off the hook.
Exactly.
They're off the hook. All the rules that they throw you in jail for, oh, no problem. We just simply could give ourselves immunity. You can't talk about it. You can't bring it up because it's merits related to the decision.
Well, this is the sad part about it, and the real thing, Francis, is if we don't do anything about this, we have to blame ourselves.